And welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us, guys. Hello, Orville Nation and Nerd TV. I am tongue-tied. I've been on like 3 different streams before this. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Latchkum Sunday. It's a little late, but we were making the rounds on all kinds of channels today. Wow, we were on Deej's channel. We were on Cardinal Sin's channel, and we were on Drew's birthday stream. Hello, Nate. Hello, Kareem. Hello, welcome everybody. And hello, Captain Trek. Welcome everybody. Happy Latchkum Sunday to everybody. And yeah, there's a lot going on tonight on our little corner of the community. Lots going on. Happy birthday to Drew, Supreme Heretic. Deej. We had a great Deej Peach Doctor Who discussion on Deej's channel, and so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a lot of Doctor Who talk tonight because later after that I went on Cardinal Sin's stream, his panel, and Robert Burnett was there for a little bit, and Cardinal was talking, even gotten talking to little Doctor Who on his channel too. So that was exciting. So happy Latchkum, guys. Who's ready for a little Orville talk? Orville is coming around. Season 3 is coming. It's going to sneak up on us. I'm predicting we're going to get an Orville trailer soon. I don't know when, maybe in March. I think we might get one in March. That's my personal guess. What about you guys? What do you guys in the chat think? Who thinks you might get an Orville trailer for season 3 soon? Let me know what you guys think. Who thinks that in the chat? Raise your hand or let us know. Kareen, what do you mean you need to watch it? Oh, we need to have a little talk, my friend. You'll enjoy it. Seriously, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it, Kareen. And listen, I am envious. Kareen, I am envious that you can sit down and actually watch 2 seasons and binge watch 2 seasons of Orville because you haven't seen it yet. Nate cannot wait for season 3. And guys, everybody check out Captain Trek's channel. Doing great things on the Morning Brew. And hello, my friend, Professor Brainy Specs. We had a great discussion. I really love the way Professor Brainy Specs how knowledgeable he is about Doctor Who. And that was a lot of fun. And I actually enjoy listening to the professor talking Doctor Who. I'm wondering if you should have a more frequent Doctor Who thing on your own channel, Professor. Karina, some good news. My sister has officially finally agreed to watch Stargate. That's awesome. I don't know why I said officially. It's not in there. My sister has finally agreed to watch Stargate. Kareen, that is fantastic. That is fantastic, Kareen. Awesome. Good news. Wow. We'll have to, well, maybe you'll get her to watch Dark Matter too. Good evening, Dr. Adega Outlaw. Good evening, Dr. Adega Outlaw. And don't forget to get Dr. Adega's book Evolution when it comes out. And his new version of the book will be coming out soon, along with other stuff. Dr. Adega Outlaw has been busy. Hello, Stephen Klein. Hello, Eugiliac Trash, my friend. Jaloja, Stephen. Good to see you, Stephen. Good to see you. And all right, so who here? I was asking before. Some of you guys are just coming in. I was asking before. Well, I was telling people at the beginning. Hello, Mr. Lindell. Greetings, my friend. Mr. Lindell has great stuff on his channel, by the way, guys. Check out Mr. Lindell's channel. Everybody put in. Let me just make sure. Mr. Lindell, you have a wrench, right? And Professor Brainy Specs, you have a wrench. Captain Trek, please put in your channels, guys. Everybody, please put in your channels, your Twitter, whatever. I can't do it myself. That's why I'm giving you all wrenches. So all you trusted channels, please put in your information. Have people and everybody subbed to these great channels and these great accounts, Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, whatever they're putting in. I was asking everybody at the beginning because I had mentioned that I think that we're going to get a season 3 trailer. This is just my prediction. So if anybody's watching from production staff, nobody's told me anything. I'm just guessing that March, the beginning of spring, feels right for an Orville season 3 trailer. That's my guess. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think we're going to get a trailer soon? What do you guys think? And Nate says, I think we may get a teaser in early March. Ah, teaser. Okay. And Nate, put in your own channel too, my friend. You have a wrench, right? Yeah. Put in your own channel, my friend. Nate's reviews. Nate knows reviews. That's it. And Kareen is going to get her channel up and running soon. That's great news, Kareen. Awesome news, my friend. And Kareen was just sharing with us her great news for the day that she's finally got her sister to start watching Stargate. Yay! A new Stargate member. And go please sub to Mr. Lindell's channel. Mr. Lindell has a really interesting channel. He's doing a group rewatch of selected older movies, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's a nice channel. Please check it out, guys. I often enjoy Mr. Lindell's channel. And Professor Brainy Specs, like history, yes. Professor Brainy Specs is working with Rambling, and working with Richard and Spirit, Admiral Doom, and those guys are doing great stuff. I look forward to that. Look forward to Professor Brainy Specs' further contribution with that. Wow. All right. Let's see. I think that we're going to see. I think we're going to see a really interesting character emerge this year with Charlie Burke. What else do we know about Charlie Burke? We don't know much, right? Yes, Jerry Lewis, Marx Brothers, Kareen. Yes, check it out. And Professor Brainy Specs, quiz shows and Star Trek. Yeah, check that out, guys. Check it out. Please sub. So I think I'm gonna put up a few images. So Ann Winters is the new crew member of the Orville, and let's see if we get. We have to. Sometimes we forget there's a new crew member. So she is going to be on the Orville, and they're filming, of course, now. And This was I'm just going to put up this interesting picture that she shared on Instagram. It was a cool picture we shared the other day. Ann Winters, she looks like she's going to be on the bridge. And who knows? So I want to ask you guys a few questions about this. If she's going to be on the bridge, and it seems like she is going to be on the bridge. And let's see, Steven says, I think they will give us a trailer sometime in June or July when the San Diego Comic Con is supposed to be. I think it will drop as a part of it. Interesting. Yeah, and hopefully, listen, if Comic Con is going on, it very well could be going on in June, July. If with the vaccinations are going on, it very well could be going on. Comic Con could be going on, right? I don't think they've canceled it, right? You want to listen, Mike? Hold on. Sure, Mike. Never get this kind of request from Mike, so I will extend that. Sure, Mike. Let's see what Mike wants to say. Of course, let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to come on for a few minutes, Mike, go ahead. Let's see. There you go, Mike. All right. Forgive me 1 second. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we're talking about, yeah. So Steven says, I would love them this season to give Lieutenant Dan and Ensign Turco a bigger role this season. Yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool. Absolutely. They need Gordon to bounce off since Lamar is now in engineering. Yeah, that was that great dynamic between Lamar and Gordon. And I think everyone recognizes that was an amazing dynamic that kind of there's moments where it kind of comes back a little bit, but it's not there because Lamar's not on the bridge, right? So that's why so this is going to be really interesting. And obviously she is going to be, and I'm going to show a picture of her. Let's see. Ann Winters, whose character's name is Charlie Burke. And sometimes we think of, somebody was mentioning the other day, this is a picture she posted on Instagram recently. And some people were, saying the other day that, Burke and Burnham. And Charlie's kind of a guy's name as in Michael Burnham. Michael is a guy's name for Michael Burnham. Just kind of anyway, I don't know. It's just people seeing parallels. Trekkies seeing parallels. Is it a Trekkie's imagination? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, they do need Cartoon Man. They do need to bounce off Lamar and somebody to bounce Gordon off. Yeah. You'll see some really interesting dynamics. I'm thinking we're going to see very interesting dynamics. And absolutely. You can come on for 5 to 10 minutes, Mike. Just for you, Mike. I never do this. Just for you. Tyrone. Hey, hail. How are you doing, my friend down under? Good to see you, Tyrone. I could see Ann Winter's character being a bigger wise ass than Gordon, and her and Gordon trying to. Yeah, see, Steven, I actually get that feeling too. Like they're gonna trying to up each other on practical jokes or something like that. And Imagine, you know what I was thinking the other day, Steven? I was thinking that they could like compete on like who could play the bigger practical joke on Isaac, for example. But anyway, who knows? Although that ship may have sailed because Isaac returns practical jokes in a very severe way, so I might be totally off on that. Nate says, "Do you think that season 3 they'll be making more fun of current Star Trek?" I think they'll take a few jabs. I think they'll take a few jabs, and I also remember our friend Gary Nerd Roddick saying one time, and it's not like, Gary visited the set, and he's, he probably knows a lot more. Like I'm sure he knows a lot more. But he said he could say, and he did say on a stream that something about like a really great troll of STD in season 3. So that's something. I think those words something like that. Or poking fun at the very least. I don't exactly remember his words. Gabs, Tyrone's had the same thought. Great dynamics. Yes, good to see you, mates. Everybody, good to see everybody. And we took a little, we took a few, we took a few weeks off. It was like more than a month. It was like a month and a half or two from Latchkum because, it was hard to do and under circumstances. And I wanted to make sure under the circumstances that I was in that we got Dark Matter Monday with Joe Malazzi off to a good start. So I could only stream a certain amount, and we dedicated that to Joseph. Hail Joseph Malazzi. And we Kapla Berta Pray. Kapla Berta Pray. It's an honor to have you here, my friend. And so Charlie Burke. And I'm gonna welcome our friend. We got a surprise guest. Star Trek actor, Voyager and Deep Space Nine actor Mike Satterfield is going to join us for a few minutes from Classic Blue Reviews. Hello, Mike. Michael, how are you, my friend?
Well, hello, guys. Thank you for having me. Across clear, no echoes.
Yeah, you're pretty good. We can hear you pretty good. How are you, my friend? Good to hear you.
Thank you. I'm actually able to speak and not coughing crazily today.
Oh, good.
Everyone, hello, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Live long and prosper. Kapla. The whole spiel.
And I'm actually going to put in Mike's channel. Where is it? Classic Blue. I'm going to put in your channel in the.
All right. Sorry, I
because
missed
Mike
your
has a
5K.
Oh, that's okay.
But, it was fun while I was watching.
I think actually you probably tried to get in, but it was too packed, right? I apologize.
Yeah, it was busy, but that's what happens.
Yeah. And really quick, I do want to, Mike, before you go ahead, I do want to listen. It's good that you're here. I do want to play in the background very briefly, without audio, just video. Mm-hmm. I do want to play a video from your channel because I think people should check this out. They should definitely check out Classic Blue Reviews. Check this out, guys. Mike does these videos, and I think they're a lot of fun. And he is grossly undersubbed. I would ask everybody to go check out Classic Blue Reviews. And he does these videos where he's impersonating the Emperor. And
my inspirational ones.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. Please check out this channel. Sub to this channel, guys. I'm putting it in here.
I just finished a new one, a brand new type of review. Ooh, prosperity?
Oh, yeah?
I'm just guessing which one it could be.
Oh, I don't know which one. Okay. So yeah,
Trying
please
to
everybody
think.
sub to this channel. And this is a kind of improvised that Michael jumped on, but it's good to have you. And I'm glad I
Ah,
wanted to
yes.
show your channel to everybody in Orville Nation
Well,
because
thank you. Yeah.
these new videos are great. I love them.
They're all about positivity and something to live by. These are actually religious tracks that have been modified to the Star Wars universe. Replace God with the Force, and you got the perfect words to live by. Anybody can apply them to your daily life and give them meaning and a little bit of fun as well.
And he does a great Emperor voice.
I try when I'm able.
Wow, awesome.
I mean, you can.
Go ahead.
Uh, there's no copyright. Those videos don't have any monetization or anything.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, you need to
So
get monetized ASAP.
I'm getting close. It's been a really busy month, but I really think it's just because everybody watches my Clone Wars Volume 2, and they don't subscribe, but it's a very popular video. So I've been getting a lot of traffic.
And Steven says this
Uh,
video already looks better than The Last Jedi. You are right, my friend. Absolutely right, Steven.
well, so what season of the Orville are you talking about? I'm a little behind.
So we just throw out like random Orville and Star Trek or even general science fiction questions to the audience. I'm going to go ahead and pick. I'm going to go ahead and pick the first person from the audience. I'm going to pick at random. Let's see for a Star Trek or Orville question. Oh, Adega. I hit on Adega. Adega, do you have? I'm throwing the Latchkum to Adega. Does Adega accept? Does he have an Orville or Trek question that he wants to ask everybody? So that's what we're doing here, Mike. Because I'm not sure if you've caught the Latchkum streams before.
Oh yeah, I just heard you talking about an upcoming season. I wasn't sure which. Are they on 4
Oh yeah,
or
season
5
3.
now?
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
3
talking about
hasn't
season.
aired.
Yeah, 3 hasn't aired yet, and we were
Oh,
talking
okay.
about the new addition to season 3, which is this young lady right here. Her name is Ann Winters, and she plays a character named Charlie Burke. And I was kind of, and that's a nice motorcycle look she's got going. And we were Jaloja Jim.
She looks like a Cylon. She
She
looks
looks like
like
a
number 6.
Cylon. We need to stop audio. We need to stop audio. We do? Okay. What does that mean?
We need stop
Okay, gotcha.
talking, you mean?
Oh no, I think his sound was coming in bad for some reason.
Oh.
So yeah, Tyrone's down under. Tyrone, you gotta cut. We gotta pretty soon when we get some other. We're gonna talk other topics on either nerd. We're gonna on Nerd TV probably, and hopefully we'll have Tyrone on for some of that down the road.
Well, I thought that was number 6 at first. I thought maybe she was joining the cast.
No, yeah, she's a lot younger. Ann Winters is a lot younger, and she's gonna be on the bridge with Gordon. Apparently, is that right, Alicia? She's gonna be on the bridge with Gordon, right? And
So they replaced number 2, the other blonde. I forget her name. Sorry.
no, she's gonna be like at the navigator station. I think she's gonna be kind of at the helm. And Kelly,
So
no,
somebody got replaced. I thought Gordon was at 1, and again, sorry, it's been a while. The black guy was
sure.
at the The other one, and the blonde was at the command chair when the captain wasn't around.
So
Has that
Adrian
changed?
Palicki, yeah, the blonde actress, Adrian Palicki, who plays Kelly, she's the first officer. And
Okay.
and so Gordon and Lamar used to be both together on the bridge, and they had a great dynamic going. And then Lamar was taken down to engineering, just like Geordie LaForge was,
Oh,
by the way.
gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
And so there's kind of been an open slot there where just they put a random actor there, and so it looks like
Hmm.
Charlie Burke. I'm sorry, Ann Winters, who's going to play Charlie Burke, is going to be filling in. And I was
That
just
should be
pointing out,
interesting.
Mike, before you joined that there's kind of that funny parallel that Michael Burnham and Charlie Burke, they kind of both have a masculine first name, but then they're both names start with the last name starts with B. So that's who knows? Who knows if there's a parody there? Yes, Jim, at Lamar's old station. So let's see. Oh, I didn't see. Did Adega respond? No, I didn't respond. Adega's probably busy. All right. So let's see. Let's pick somebody else. Unless do you have a question for the whole chat that they can answer? A general Star Trek question?
Who, me?
Yeah. Is there a question you would like to ask, Mike, or should I ask the chat?
Uh, yeah, sure. It's kind of related to why I'm here. Um, on Twitter, there's a new Star Trek show coming out. You know, the one with Pike and kind of looking like the '60s show, but not. How many people are excited for it and why?
The Strange New Worlds, right?
I guess it's not really a trivia question. It's just a question in
Yeah,
general.
yeah. No, that's the kind of question we like. It's an open-ended question. Who out there wants to see Strange New Worlds? And let me add something to that question. Do you actually think it's going to happen? Do you actually think Strange New Worlds is
No,
going to happen? You don't think so, Mike.
and that's
Okay.
why I got attacked.
You got attacked
Of course,
on
they didn't know
Twitter?
who I was. Oh yeah, I commented that. Come on, why? It, that they can't do Star Trek right. Proper Star Trek, and I said so. They said who authorized this? Because the company had to make money to spend money, and so far the responses have been, "Who does not watch Star Trek?" Or "You don't know Gene Roddenberry." They, they didn't even bother to look at who I was. So that's what I was dealing with
Yeah.
today.
Nobody on
A Star
Twitter. A
Trek
lot of
actor
people.
who doesn't know Star Trek.
Most people don't know you're a Star Trek actor, Mike.
Yeah, I know, but still, telling me I don't know Star Trek when my mother worked for DC Fontana.
Tell us that story
I think
again.
I told you
Your
that
mother.
before.
What did she do with DC Fontana? She was like her. She was.
Well, when I was in the '70s, she was working on early drafts of Star Trek stories. Not for the TV show. These were like articles for some. I don't want to say it's a fanzine. That's what you probably call it now, but it was some Vulcan stories, and my mother would illustrate her stories. I remember specifically her drawing the that Vulcan symbol of peace. You know, the circle with the kind of looks like that symbol you'd see on the Klingon bird of prey, but it was a
yeah.
Vulcan symbol, and she did that for the cover of one of these stories. And then, when you're little, I think what, 73, I was probably only 10, 8. So, I just remember drawing art and maybe talking to her once or twice. But that that's just much as I remember. I'm sure that my mom has the original sketches and her art. She keeps everything.
Wow.
But she was a wonderful person, and her and Gene worked a lot together. A lot of people give all the credit to Gene and kind of just forget DC Fontana was there in the background, even though her name is on the credits of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I want to
sweet.
put I just want to put up my people are asking what Star Trek episodes were you in, and I wanted just to show them.
Tinker, Tenor, The Void, and the Deep Space Nine episode when they went back to Earth. I can't think of the name at the moment, but it was
Overlooker?
Cisco. Huh?
You're an Overlooker alien, right?
Well, yeah. In the Voyagers, I'm a Overlooker alien, and I was also one of the villagers who inhabited the hologram with Leonardo da Vinci. So me and the guy from Sliders. I'm terrible with names. Oh, there he is.
You guys remember? You guys remember? This is Mike in these episodes.
That's funny that I have that particular picture. I think that's one of the pictures in my wardrobe. That guy was nice. The main actor below, very cool person.
Yeah, let me just read these comments, by the way. Let me just read these. Where did we go? Oh, I left.
3 a.m. call time. 8 hours to do makeup. Liquid breakfast. Liquid lunch.
3 hours. Wow. Liquid.
No, it's 8 hours. 3 hours to take it off because they wanted to save it for later. 8 hours.
Oh,
wow. 6 to 8 to put it on. I would get in the chair about 3. If we had time and food service was there, I would have some breakfast. But yeah, it was a cool process. I enjoyed it immensely.
Wow. And you said you got to keep one of those costumes, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah, I had my face. It's an appliance. I don't have the wardrobe. I just have the appliance.
The appliance. Oh, wow.
And it's in a bag because it's made out of Berman foam. And once it dries out, it will just crack and peel away if you don't keep it sealed.
Yeah. Wow. Let me read these responses to our question before. Nate says, we were asking about Strange New Worlds. Do you think it's happening and do you want to see it? Nate says, I don't like anything Alex Kurtzman has made. DJ says, would want to see it, but doubt if it happens. Really? DJ would want to see it. That's interesting. It sounds promising, says Alicia. Hello, DD Myers, Tim Myers. Hello, Spudboy. Spudboy says, I'm hopeful. Bird of Prey says, not particularly excited because it's the same people behind STD and Picard. If it does happen, will likely suck. And that's coming from Bird of Prey. So, it has weight. I think it will happen. I would like to be excited for it, but I expect it to be terrible, Louise. And Louise is very optimistic. So, that carries a lot of weight too. Stephen Klein says, depends who's flipping the bill for the new Star Trek show. I can't see Netflix or Amazon after both got burnt. Yeah, they have a serious problem upsetting Amazon and Netflix.
That's why I said you had to make money before you can spend money. So you burned them twice. Why would it give you money to make a new one?
Yeah. And I got to say, some of the disco fans who were left are not happy about season 3 of Discovery either. So who knows what's going to happen with New Trek. Strange New Worlds is supposed to start filming tomorrow. Oh, really? Jeez, I don't know. We'll see. I'm afraid what they're going to do to Spock in Strange New Worlds. Jim says, don't really care about any new Trek. They'll all have to prove it to me that it's good before I check it out. Yep. Lower Decks is my exception. I thought it was funny, entertaining, if not quite.
I
if not
love
quite
Lower
funny.
Decks. It's
Oh,
silly,
yeah?
stupid. People don't take themselves seriously. That's what's so great about it. They know they're in a cartoon universe, and they act out because they can. I mean, her mother is her commander, and she flips off to her all the time. A real person in Starfleet wouldn't do that naturally, but
Yeah.
it's a cartoon world with cartoon universes. Go for it! I thought it was great.
And Cartoon Man, you're right. The Void is a great episode. Yeah, Mike did great work. Great work, Mike. Past Tense was 2-part where Cisco,
That's
Dax, and
it.
Bashir.
Past tense,
Yeah.
part 2. Exactly.
Yeah.
Bashir was so nice. He came up to me in between takes. He's like, I really like what you're doing. And he even read one of my scripts I was working on at the time. Unfortunately, it never got made.
What season was that?
Past tense, I believe it's
yeah.
season 3.
3? Oh, yeah.
Dax Shepard, or Dax, she was not so nice.
She was not so nice.
Everybody else on that set was perfect. Maybe she was just in her headspace, but once they yelled cut, she went straight to her dressing room, didn't talk to anybody. She was not a
Love John Rhys Davies. Love John Rhys Davies.
Oh, he was so nice. We
He
talked
was,
about
huh?
sliders.
Wow.
This is before he did Raiders of the.
He looks like a
before he
nice
did
guy,
Lord of the
doesn't he?
Rings.
Steven says, any new Trek, I would prefer something like a New Voyager series where they return to the Delta Quadrant. And say, yes, thank you, Steven. Let's go back to the Delta Quadrant. You have absolutely Starfleet.
Why not? Sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. With Captain Harry Kim.
Bring back Chakotay.
So tell us what's new with your channel. What are your plans with your channel, my friend?
All right. Well, guys, getting so sick, I barely have the strength to do anything. So I came up with a few new, easy to produce videos. No more long videos, even though I try to keep my animation to a minimum. It's sometimes impossible because I'm such a perfectionist.
Are you doing that animation yourself?
Yeah, I do everything.
Oh,
So I have it in segments. So it's just drop and drag mostly to make it easier on the workflow. So for new reviews, since I kind of stopped doing reviews for a while, almost since 2018, because I was just so sick and they were too long. So I came up with a 2-minute 2 cents. So most people go to a review for their own echo chamber. You know, you only check on a review if you think they're going to be favorable to your opinion. So whether I like that or hate it, I'm going to tell you in less than 2 minutes and why. I'm not going to try to persuade you why. I'm just going to say it what it is. So that way I can cover all the stuff I missed quickly and get it done. I finished my first today on the
great.
The new Zack Snyder trailer that's coming up. Then I have some other TV shows I'm going to do. As far as the inspirational, they're easy enough to do. I read it right out of the book, change some words, and I just have to type out the new the words that you see on the screen. That's pretty easy.
And just reminding everybody who's just joining us, please sub to Star Trek actor Mike Satterfield's channel, Classic Blue Reviews. This is the channel right there. Sub to Mike. It's in the chat.
So I would enjoy it. If you like fun, positive, no judgmental things. I don't give any opinions other than these new quick sound bites. The rest is all positivity. I'm also doing a comic book
That's great.
animation. I took a Grievous issue 1 of 1995 Grievous, or 2005. It's a Dark Horse story, and I erased all the words, and I made it so I can be animated. And I did put out a call for people to do voices, but nobody really responded. One person who did one little bit of lines, which was nice. I'll end up using them, but probably gonna do all the voices myself, just like I always do.
You should. You
But
do
it's a
great
comic
voices.
book, so I'm pretty short.
Mike, let me ask. You want before we continue with Latchkum, do you want to answer Alicia's question? How did they have to make your meals pureed so it would be easier to eat? Oh wow! Did they have?
They
Yeah.
didn't. A liquid diet, just water. They actually pay you for not eating. So you can either carefully nibble on like popcorn or Doritos, but you really can't have anything significant. So you get a meal penalty for pretty much not eating. So my chances to eat were in the very beginning of the morning while they're still doing the head. The face piece is the last they put on. So I can eat while they're doing that. But then the rest of the day, it's just water or soda, do a straw.
Was it hot in the suit?
Yes, that's all. That's a neoprene. So the foam piece was very comfortable. It's glued to your face in such a way it moves when you move. So
Wow.
when you smile, it smiles. The hardest part was keeping the bottom lip on because when you speak, the saliva and the spit eventually gets in. So in between takes, they will reglue it. But it was such an amazing experience. I loved working on that soundstage. I lived just behind, like 4 blocks away, on Wilcox and Franklin at the time, and I would just hop on one bus down just to Melrose, and then take 4 and to get off at the main gate and just go in. I was sad when Star Trek ended. I mean, literally ended because they fired everybody in wardrobe and sold it. Usually they keep that stuff just in case.
Yeah.
But the final nail is in the coffin when they shut down wardrobe and just trash it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And Mike, I remember you telling us, did D.D. Myers ask what was the best thing about being in Star Trek?
I think the people and the creativity. To walk on actual sets and that all the love and care that went into building them, even up close and personal, they stand up to scrutiny. Even when you look from behind, it's solidly solidly constructed, and they spent a lot of money, as you can tell. I saw a question, I think it was by Michelle Nichols, who was asking, why don't you just pack up the set? I think the Next Generation bridge was going on tour, and instead of using the real thing, they rebuilt it every time they went to a new location. It's just, why don't you just bring the original? Yeah, but then it gets scratched up in transit. We got to repaint it, and you ruin the value of it, I guess. So the original set has been permanently assembled somewhere. for display, but whenever they go to a convention or bring it with them, they bring a duplicate. I have one of the door panels. That
You got to do a
would press it.
stream, Mike. We got to do a stream where you like show some of the stuff you have, man. And you should do it on your channel. We'll promote
It's
it.
all packed away. I mean, I can dig it out.
You should dig it out.
That'd be cool.
And we should do the stream on your channel because it's. I mean, you deserve to have that on your channel.
That would be fun.
And we'll promote
The stream
it.
has been very good to me tonight. The audio seems to be no lagging whatsoever. Usually, it's terrible.
Yeah, actually, it's the best we've had with your connection. You're right.
I'm glad it's working out.
It's the only reason we haven't had you on more because of the connection issue. But Cartoon Man says Mike observed the Doctor using the photonic cannon. And Tyrone subbed, and Dee Dee Myers is already subbed.
Thank you.
Glad to see you find a way you can still engage with fans. I know, isn't it awesome? He has his own channel. I wish people would knew you had your own channel. We got to get that out there.
Well, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink. That's why I have a 2% subscription rate and a 92% unsubscribe rate. So most of the watches come from unsubscribed people. I don't say it only takes 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button, but it is what it is, and I'm fine with it.
Dee Dee Myers asked, "What do you feel like you left behind in Trek?" Asked Dee Dee Myers.
A legacy that I and anybody in my family can look back and say, "Hey, look, there he is. He wasn't dreaming. He wasn't just talking. He's there forever." I think that's my most contribution I've contributed to society in a whole is that in all the films that I've been in, I'm forever immortalized there, and as long as that media exists, I just forever.
By the way, Mike, we got to do your IMDb someday, or you got it. I'll help you if you want.
I have to fix it. Yeah,
you got to. Yeah, you do need to. And I want to say hello to Katie. Hello, my friend. And you just joined us, Katie. We have a surprise guest. Our Star Trek actor Mike Satterfield just jumped on with us.
Is that the Katie News girl?
No, this is not Katie. This is not Katie, the meteorologist. This is our friend Katie, who is part of the Seventh Rule family with Sirach and Ryan, and you might know those guys, Aaron and Sirach and Ryan. Well, rest in peace, Aaron.
I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, well, Jake Sisko.
I would play a Klingon.
Sirach.
I prefer them better.
You play a Klingon.
But only the good Klingons, not the STD Klingons. The
yes. No Kling orcs, right? No Kling orcs.
Yeah, no Kling orcs.
All right, let's do. I want to ask a volunteer for the next Latchkum question. So I'm asking for a volunteer. Raise your hand if you want to ask a Star Trek question, or I'm sorry, let's do an Orville question. Who wants to ask an Orville question, guys? I love Lursa. I do love Lursa Bator as well. Yeah, no Kling orcs. Sith affirmations, something dark side, something murder youngling, something dark side concludes.
There's no darkness in my affirmations.
No, it's a parody. There's no darkness.
Palpatine's got to be positive.
Yeah, I love that actually. Yeah, his Palpatine is optimistic and funny.
Well, somebody asked about Sith love because one of the quotes I had a segment about love. But remember, he said you have to embrace all aspects of the Force, not just the dogmatic. So love is one of those things. It's more passion than love, but it's still
Captain
there.
Trek. Captain Trek, Mike Satterfield would be a great guest on your show, by the way. Just a suggestion.
Hello, Captain. Ahoy, hoy.
And I'm sure Mike would be open to going on a YouTube interview, right?
Sure. You know how you have that green screen behind you?
Yep.
For the longest time, when I was younger, I always wanted to actually have a house where you make it so you're living in a ship. And I've seen them over the years where fans with money turn their houses into living starships. And I was always on TOS section of the house, a next generation section of the house.
Oh,
you
that'd
really
be great.
can't do much with Star Wars as far as house goes.
Listen, Mike.
Mostly just in the desert.
Mike, we have a Latchkum question from Jim, but I want to take right before we take Jim Henry's question. I want you to answer Steven's question if you don't mind. He says, "What does Mike think about what the Mandalorian did with Luke Skywalker?"
Well, I like that episode. It did make me talk because I am a human being. Other than that, it was just fan service. The show on a whole is okay. It reminds me of Wild Wild West, but in space. Cool shootouts and some slow parts with love and friendship and family. But on the whole, it's a good rounded show. And having Luke Skywalker appear on the last episode was great. I thought that connected some fans and brought people closer. But then you had Pedro Pascal force his way into, hey, now I can take off my helmet so baby can touch my face and I can cry. Along with everybody else who was watching.
Listen, oh my God,
crying.
Listen. Actually, this is a very interesting point because Michael could not show his face. You could not show your face, and how do you feel about Pedro's? How do you feel about the fact that Pedro insisted on showing his face?
Well,
it is kind of understandable, but I want to get your perspective.
I don't really buy into the whole, well, they have to hide their face because that's the way. That's something they wrote for this show. In previous incarnations, a Mandalorian could show their face. But this was more about him, Pedro Pascal, not Din Djarin, wanting to show his face. The people need to see me. I'm important, not the character I'm kind of playing.
Time Prophet. Time Prophet. This is Mike's real voice. He's not in character.
No, this is what I sound like. Unfortunately, well,
he's good at doing voices. Mike is really good at doing voices.
I wish I had a character. I'm like the Seth. What's it? The guy, the creator of the Orville. What's his name? The captain.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, he says he doesn't even know what his own voice is anymore because he's either Stewie or any of his other characters. So he's just accepted that's what his voice is. I wish I had a normal, lower pitched voice. I agonize over it so much when I record. But
you do a lot of cool voices, my friend. Let's take the first Latchkum question from Jim. How will Isaac be seen by the crew in season 3? Will he be persecuted for his role in the Kaelon invasion? Will there be backlash, guys, for Isaac? Let's see what everybody's thinking in the chat. Guys, chat. Will there be backlash for Isaac, guys?
Probably from the organization. I don't think from the people. Friends are friends, regardless of their bad decision. He was programmed, so it's not like he had a choice. But eventually, he came around. So I think it'll be fine. I can't see the
DJ
chat. By
has
the
a
way.
face for radio. What do you guys think? He's shaved Gizmo. Yeah, he kind of is a shaved Gizmo. What do you guys think? Is Isaac going to get? I think Isaac will. I think there's going to be some backlash. I do think, and I actually think the backlash could come especially from Isaac interacting maybe with crew from other ships. If that happens, I think he could be shunned. Yeah, Alicia says I think Isaac will still be shunned by some, but some will not. And I think it will be a challenge to get fully accepted once more. Hello, Phantom Outsider. I'd say from some people, not the Orville crew, they knew who turned on the Kayla. Yeah, exactly, Phantom. I'm thinking the same thing. I think it'll come from other Planetary Union crew that are not Orville crew. Agreed, Phantom. Yeah. Well, nice to see you,
Phantom.
Phantom.
Makeover. So people don't know who he is. Some kind of new body, possibly. Same Isaac inside, different person on the outside. Who would know? Except the crew of the Orville.
Tyrone says, yeah, Isaac will need a big redemption arc, says Tyrone. I think Isaac will become a real boy. Wow. That was a very Pinocchio statement. Time Prophet. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. And it's funny. That was a funny comment, Time Prophet. That was funny. Stephen Klein says, I think there will be trust issues. Also, I believe his reports he sent will finally be revealed and cause deeper rifts from the crew. That is interesting, Stephen. Yeah, that is interesting. Will we learn about the content of his reports to Kalon? What do you think, Mike?
But they really weren't him. They were just an automatic response. You can't really attribute to him, honestly.
Do you think he might have said stuff? I mean, his observations. Do you think we'll ever find out what his observations were about the crew that he reported?
Possibly, but I think they were purely clinical. They like this. I don't know why they like that. They don't like this. They act like this. It's black and white, ones and zero analytical view of humanity without any emotional introspection. Just like Spock, giving some kind of analysis of humanity if he was pure Vulcan and not half human.
And DJ is letting us know that there was a female on the entire stream that he had earlier, and I can vouch for that. There was a female on the entire stream. Congratulations, DJ. Oh, they're just pulling his leg. Or a Time Prophet says, I think Isaac will become a non-binary. Okay, that's interesting. I'm sure we'll see what. Well, this is a follow-up question to that. Will there be? What do you guys think in the chat? Will there be more Dr. Finn Isaac relationship this year? What do you guys think? And what do you think, Mike? Will we see more Dr. Finn Isaac relationship?
It's possible. I mean, I think it's been a long time since I've seen the last episode, and I've kind of been out of the loop of everything. But anything is possible. I was kind of surprised at that picture from your stream the other day with Yaphet and the doctor together. I didn't remember that happening.
You didn't remember that.
So I thought they were going to hook up and stay together. when he turned into actual Norm Macdonald. That was hilarious, by the way. When he
Yeah, we do
transformed into
need.
Norm.
Yeah, yeah, and of course, and Cartoon Man too. Yeah, we do need more Norm Macdonald. Yeah, it'd be nice to see a little bit more Norm Macdonald. I actually, there's a lot of speculation that we're gonna. People have speculated in our group chats about visiting Yaphet's like home planet and meeting other people of Yaphet's species. Do you think that might happen, Mike?
That sounds very interesting. I mean, you meet more of Jello, living Jello, and because it's gelatin, they can be anybody. So you can open that up to tons
And
of guest stars.
because Mike does such great voices, he is willing and able to do a voice for anybody in Yaphet's race.
Oh,
Right, Mike?
Yeah, 1 second. Oh, my boy Yaphet, he's such a good boy. It's nothing like a good officer. Oh, I love my boy Yaphet. Such a good boy.
That's
As if
great.
they had Jewish mothers on Yaphet somewhere.
Yeah. Alicia says yes, even if it isn't romantic at first, she does need to still she does need some time to heal from his hurt to her and the boys. And that's interesting. Even what if the interaction is more Isaac and the kids? It might not be directly Isaac and Claire. It could be with Isaac and the kids.
I think the boys could be much more forgiving.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think the boys will be more forgiving, especially Ty, the younger one. I don't think so. She will go back to Captain Cisco, I'm sure. Hey, is it possible Avery Brooks could join the cast or guest star? What do you think, Mike?
Interesting. Yeah, that would be really cool. Maybe he's her long. What was she divorced, or did they ever describe what happened to her husband?
Non-specified. I think it's been suggested that the kid, like she might not know, like the kids might be. It's not really. I don't think it's been specified. Phantom says, "Yep."
Avery Brooks, we're
Avery
calling
Brooks,
you.
yeah.
Come on over.
Yes, Avery.
With all your other Star Trek buddies.
Yep, Isaac and the Doctor will get closer. After all, he turned on his people to protect her son. Doctor will be on one of Isaac's strongest defenders. Yeah, in the end, he did. Yeah.
What's that? I'm tired of. What?
I don't know. They're talking about something. Working on meshing on my Dalek. Okay. Oh yeah, Time Prophet has a Dalek he's working on. That's right. Time Prophet, I got to talk to you, by the way. I haven't forgotten. It's been crazy. Time Prophet. Forgive me. I'm going to message you later, Time Prophet. Prediction. You heard it from Deej. Shatner will show up as an admiral.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay. Kelsey Grammer can do it.
Yeah.
Because Kelsey Grammer was an admiral, well, an evil admiral in a movie. Then he can show up on this. Wasn't Ted Danson also in that show?
Ted Danson has been a continuing admiral on the show. Yeah. Yeah, isn't it awesome to see Brandon Braga and Penny? Yeah, it is Katie. It is. Shatner would be amazing, says Cartoon Man. Sounds like Mr. Potato Head. Gilbert Godfrey.
Well, I always called them potatoes. They always look like potatoes to me.
Your character, yeah.
Norm just has Norm's voice. That's what makes it so funny.
And Avery Brooks should be revealed as the kid's father. Wouldn't that be amazing? A lot of people have said LeVar Burton too, but wouldn't it be amazing if it was Avery? She said she had a sperm donor. That's all we know. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I heard it was. I think it was something like that. Was that the exact phrase, Alicia?
But
Was
that's
that the
what you
exact?
tell people when you don't want them to know the lies. Just make it up.
That's a good point, Mike. She could just be making it up. Isn't Cisco a prophet now? Yeah. Well, I guess he is. Yeah. I just had a wicked thought. Could Yaphet bifurcate some offspring from his union with Dr. Finn? Oh, interesting, Jim. Shatner would be amazing. Yes, it would. Yes, he would. And what would they look like? All right. Okay. All right. Let's take that as a question. What do you guys think? Everybody. Could the fact that they had been so close, could there be some kind of DNA swap between the doctor and Yaphet in any kind of procreation?
Sure.
What do you guys think? That'd be interesting.
I think they would end up like Norm. Since they can transform, the kids could be both human and gelatinous. So they can live half the year with Yaphet's side of the family and half the year with the other doctor if they ever got divorced.
Wow.
They seem perfectly suited.
Oh my gosh. I think I see it now, Mike. What about, so they're like gelatinous, but instead of being just a blob, they take more human form, like Odo.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Wow. Oh yeah, Nate, that's interesting too. Avery Brooks should be the president of the union and father of Claire's kids. Interesting. Spuds. Spuds, yeah. As a gruff admiral. Samuel Jackson, wow. Shadow will be Kelly's dad. Wow. Yeah, we've heard that too. We've heard that prediction. I can't say rumor, but it's. Oh, thanks. I don't want to put you out, Alicia. I was just wondering. I don't want to put you out with anything. Shelley Long needs to approve on the Orville. Shelley Long from Cheers.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, I think she's alive. Yeah. They track for owners though.
Definitely pray.
Just Cisco and Cassidy reunited. Yeah. Oh, really? He appears in the $6 Million Man. Oh, I didn't know that.
That the 70s one?
Yeah, it must be the 70s one. Oh, in the next episode, Sulu was in it. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Yeah, Yaphet's form was because of the holodeck. Yeah, no, we saw Norm Macdonald because of the holodeck. Yeah, the simulator. Sorry. Nothing moves me, says Kronos. Jelly shapeshifters. Yeah, jelly sounds about right. I think that's what we're putting love in it.
Well, love can find a way.
William Shatner's Kelly's dad would be perfect, says Nate. Simon Pegg, yeah, we've heard that before too. Simon Pegg as Gordon's brother, and Don Most from Happy Days as their dad. That's funny. That's Ralphie, right? That would be wow. All right, let's pick another volunteer for the next question. And if you have a question, feel free to ask. Next question, Orville question, guys. Oh, that was a joke. I'm sorry. Nothing moves me. Gotcha, Kronos. Sorry. Askenberg volunteer. Okay, here's a question from Jim. Maybe Isaac can have a hollow emitter like the EMH to give him human form outside the simulator. Wow, that's interesting, Jim. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Let's take that as a question. What do you think, Mike?
Fits into the getting a whole new body thing I suggested. Just have him
Yeah.
as a EMH. Played by Richard Ricardo. So
By Robert
body
Picardo,
Richard
right?
Ricardo, the voice of Isaac. Perfect.
Alicia had. Thank you, Alicia. Let's see what. Thank you, Alicia, for checking that out. Hold on, let me open that up. Let me open that up 1 second. 1 sec.
Discusses it.
Let me see what Alicia wrote. So, what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about that? A hollow emitter for Isaac, so he can be Mark Jackson, so he can look like Mark Jackson all day long,
Emitters?
or at least in Claire's quarters, right? Time Prophet says, hold on, let me just check out what Alicia says before I write that. I take care of that. There we go. Thank you, Alicia. And let me look at that first before I put it up. Thank you, Alicia. I'm going to look at it real quick. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Time Prophet says, Classic Glue could easily play the Grand Nagus, the Ferengi. He sounds just like him.
Oh, I loved Armin Shimmerman on that show. He was so nice, and I actually made a board game for him. It was
really?
called The Rules of Acquisition. It was like Monopoly, but for the Ferengi, and you acquired gold pressed latinum. It only got as far as the board, though. We designed the board. You know, getting stuff made is stupid with Paramount and licensing. So
Yeah.
still have the board somewhere.
Wow, that's
what
cool.
Is gold pressed latinum? Is it gold or is it cold? I always thought it was gold pressed latinum and not gold pressed latinum. Which is it? There's a question.
Oh.
Gold or cold?
Hold on a second. That's a good question. I always thought it was cold pressed. Hold on. It's gold pressed latinum. Gold pressed latinum.
So I guess it's gold on top of latinum.
For all we know, Isaac is capable of projecting an image already, a stealth mode that has not yet been revealed. That is interesting, Phantom. That is interesting. Wow. And Gary Graham, yeah, Gary Graham in the Orville. That'd be interesting. Although that would cause problems as kill. Yeah, secret invasion. Oh yeah, that would cause problems. Yeah. Stephen Klein has a question. Could we see the clients that Priya was sent to bring back to the Orville too? Wow, that's interesting. So Priya was played by Charlize Theron. She was a time traveler who said she was going to sell the Orville to some collectors. Could we see those collectors, those clients? What do you guys think?
Ooh, that'd be nice. I was going to ask about that whole time travel thing.
So Steven accepts the Latchkum, throws out a great question. And what do you guys think about that? Can we see? Would you want to see the collectors? Could we see the collectors? Humans are stupid. Read that in your best Ferengi voice. Humans are stupid. Mike, can you read that in your best Ferengi?
Humans are stupid. Humans. Clock! What are you doing? Wasn't the Grand Niggas played by Wallace Shawn?
Yeah, the guy from Princess Bride. Is that his name? I forget his name.
Yeah. Inconceivable, Quack.
That was
I
great.
don't think that's what you think it means.
And those for you guys who are just joining us, we're having a special surprise Latchkum. Surprise to me too, because I didn't know Mike was going to join us with Star Trek actor Mike Satterfield.
Hello. Putting on the way.
And Bird of Prey says gold bars are hallowed to the hold to hold the are allowed to hold the liquid latinum, says Bird. Interesting. As an insert container. Thank you guys, Wagyu and Bird. Thank you.
I always wanted a piece of latinum. I never managed to get it. And I tried to get it. I tried to get souvenirs from every episode I worked. I do have
So
a lot
Nate
of
says
paperwork from the.
Go ahead, finish, Mike.
Oh, I was just gonna say I do have a lot of documents from the Earth past tense episode.
Oh, like script and stuff?
No, the little ID cards and the money that you would use to get money. Everything from the social disability office or whatever that building was. At the end of the day,
really?
they was trashing it, so I just kept it.
Wow, that's you know what? You got to do a stream on that. We should do a stream on that on your channel. I'll help you if you want.
I love to show off my props. I've got so many from all kinds of shows.
Oh, I think our audience would love to see those props and any other props you have. Yeah. Nate says, I think they might do an episode like that because he starts experiencing the emotion of guilt and he thinks the crew were better accept him if he looks human. Interesting. Yeah, with copper coatings and cheaper metal.
I never really liked his face. He couldn't see his emotion, so you couldn't ever get a read on him. Just with the eyes. Was that two-faced mirror? I mean, I would get so claustrophobic and but if he has a good field of view, I guess it'd be okay. I'd be viewing up a storm though.
Wallace Shawn. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for being on, Mike, says Katie. Yeah, Mike is great. We've had difficulty with his connection in the past. For us. Unexpected pleasure for us, my friend.
If you read that novel. Hey, I could do that. I like reading books. I do have a V book I'm making an audio of, but it's not really me reading. It's electronic. But I've been offered by the state to read books to do that social program where they have people come in and read books for audio. I forget what it's called though.
Mike, can you tell answer?
Right
yeah,
you won't be able to find it. Once Amazon purchased IMDb, they pretty much erased all the profiles. I don't know, in some big reshuffling when they were adding links to all the shows. I mean, I think the only one on my profile now is a Cheese Kid from Camp Nowhere, along with some other ones from Weird Science.
You got to fix your IMDb, bro. But,
yeah, I've tried, but you have to pay for it. And I did pay for Pro and made a bunch of changes, But as soon as I canceled it, when I couldn't afford it, they're gone. So I guess if I reactivated my
Oh yeah,
pro
that's what
account,
happened, right?
they would all appear again. Because it's supposed to be a professional database. But you can look up
Okay.
pictures of me, and on my Facebook page, I got clips from The Rock, Married with Children, the spin-off of Married with Children. I've been to more fake proms than real proms. As a Voyager fan, it's a privilege to hear actors who work. It was a great show too. The guy who played Felix, he was really nice. I forget his name, but he played the fish bartender. Neelix, he was Neelix.
Oh, Neelix.
Yeah.
Let's take Nate's question. I have an orbital question. What do you think? First Orville spinoff will be a starbase or another ship? So Nate says, will it be a spinoff? And what do you think the first spinoff will be? A starbase or a ship spinoff?
Are they planning?
What do you guys think? Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Are they planning one, or is this just a random question?
No, I think. Well, there's
I
a lot
think
of speculation about on our channel. There's a lot of speculation about if there will eventually be a spinoff, and I think we're still a few seasons off from that, obviously, because the Orville is after being off the season off the
So long, yeah.
for so long, they have to reestablish themselves a little bit. But
I
what do you
think it would go to Starbase, because a ship is just another ship. You wouldn't want them locked down so that people could come to them, adventures would come to them. They're not going to the adventure, like Deep Space Nine. I don't know how people feel about Deep Space Nine, because I think one of their biggest problems was they didn't go anywhere. They just were stuck there, and adventure had to come to them. So it just depends, but I prefer a starbase rather than another ship doing the exact same thing that the Orville is doing.
Yeah.
That's just
And Mike, is this you? Yeah. I've seen Time Prophet. I've seen him on. I've seen the Memory Alpha stuff. Is this you, Mike? Wait, hold on a sec. What am I doing? Is this? Hold on a sec. Yeah, is this? This is you, right? Oh yeah, it is you. Here, this is you, right? In a different episode, as a traitor, as an alien traitor.
Let's see. Yeah, that's in the Leonardo DiCaprio episode. That's John Rye's David's finger that they're pointing at.
In the Leonardo da Vinci episode, yeah.
Yeah, when they were in the void and Janeway, the only way she could relax would be to go and talk to Leonardo. Wow, I don't have that picture. That's amazing. I'm going to have to copy that out of the episode.
Yeah, take that, download it from there.
That's hilarious. And that's a Memory Alpha. Wow. Somebody did that. I had no idea. Thank you, whoever did that. That's great. Yeah, I'm a trader or a merchant or something.
Yeah. I still would like to see something about the formation of the Planetary Union as an episode or story arc, says Jim Henry. Web series or whatever. Interesting. If it's a spin-off with a starbase, it will be with Chief Newton. I know, right, Steven? With Chief Newton returning. I was thinking that too. Of course, Chief Newton was the first engineer on the Orville who left. How about a Babylon 5 type station on the border of Union and Krill space? That sounds familiar. Yeah, Jim.
A deep core.
Yeah, Time Profit. Thank you for we saw that's funny because I looked on there before Time Profit and I did not see that picture. So
I didn't even know what that episode is called, so I have to add it to my. Since I have every episode of Voyager, I'll just scroll through it and copy it.
hello, Carlo. And if you're just joining us, we got Star Trek actor Mike Satterfield with us. He's been in a lot of stuff. Sometimes he doesn't even remember what he's been in.
Bye, Nate.
Bye, Nate. Take care.
Well, I remember. I just didn't have a picture of that. Sometimes it's impossible to get photographs. Yeah, Da Vinci. He was very cool.
Yeah, Tyrone's laughing because you said Leonardo DiCaprio, I think.
Oh, I did? Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Leonardo da Vinci, I'm sorry. Well, that's funny.
Yeah, laughing my ass off from down under, says Ty, I like to see a crew exchange where some Krill go to the Orville. Yeah, we were talking about that not too long ago, Steven. That would be awesome. The crew exchange between it would be kind of like I don't know. I don't want to do the parallel between the Klingons and the Federation, but yeah, it would be kind of like that. Star Trek episode where they exchanged and Riker went on. Oh, this is what we were talking about when we brought that up, Steven. We were asking, what if the first officer went to a Krill ship like Riker did, and it would be Kelly going to the Krill ship?
I would like to see that sexy Krill come to the Orville for a while. The one who they made the alliance with at the end of that episode.
Yeah. Hey, Galinda, another rewatch. Awesome. She says, hello, Mike Satterfield.
Well, hello. I still can't believe I'm looking at myself twice now. So young. I'm so young. Now I'm an old man. A wrinkly, bearded old man.
Oh. You're only as young or as old as you consider yourself.
I mean, you're only as old as you feel. I feel like
I was going to say feel,
something.
but I'm not so sure. It's just feel how you feel. It's also how you perceive yourself too. Time Parvin says, so when will the Orville get a Krill crew member? Oh, all right. So Stephen brought up the exchange. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about a Krill member like Worf, like was the only Klingon in Starfleet? Well, imagine having the only Krill in Starfleet.
I think it'd be a challenge like Spock, but everybody will get used to it. It'd be something new.
TOS Spock was like one of the only Vulcans, right? In Starfleet. Let's see.
Yeah, at the time, I think he was the first, but only because of his father's position and his mother's position.
Wouldn't that be difficult with the lights? Cartoon Man says, yeah. You know what? It's interesting because the Krill can't be exposed to light.
The well glasses.
I was thinking, Mike, what if the Krill, because I thought about this the other day, what if the Krill were able to put on a protective sunscreen of some sort? Who knows? That lasted 48 hours.
Like taking vampires. Sure.
Say that again? Like what?
Yeah. Oh, in Blade 3, the vampires created a cream so they could walk in the sunlight. So if vampires can do it, I'm sure the Krill can think of something.
Yeah, like super futuristic sunscreen. Will it ever be revealed? Good question, Steven. Will it ever be revealed how Ed's Krill girlfriend was able to escape from the Union? Didn't he let her go, Steven? Oh. Didn't he let her go, Steven? I thought he let her go. He did. Didn't he let her go, Mike?
I believe so. Once he found out,
Yeah.
they just.
Help us out.
But how did she travel home? That's another thing. They already have only androids, one of few mocklings, if you don't want to crowd the ship with too many one-off species. But isn't that what they're about now? Inclusion with other races?
Interesting, Bird. It sounds a little xenophobic. I'm just kidding, Bird. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. By the way, I'm not even 100% sure if I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure if we've been confirmed that Charlie Burke is playing a human, completely like a complete human. She may be humanoid. Continuity question, says Jim. When the Krill came onto the Orville for the treaty negotiations, did they have to lower their lights? Interesting. When the Krill came onto the Orville for treaty negotiations, did they have to lower the lights?
Not necessarily. Remember, light is a wavelength. All they had to do was adjust the lights of the ship to the specific wavelength that they were sensitive to, and presto, no other people can detect the change, but the Krill can.
I was just thinking that, by the way. Yeah, I was just thinking that, Mike, about changing the. Yeah, it depends on the light, filtering the light.
Because if you all remember on that show V, they all had to wear sunglasses because the sun was too bright for them. But
yeah,
whenever you were on their ship, it was incredibly bright. But it had to be a specific length on the ship, because otherwise, wouldn't that be just as bad as being in the sun? Science, it's amazing.
Yeah. It'd be way harder for Krill. Don't consider others to be. That's it. That's a good point, Phantom. Yeah. Don't consider the others to be worthy of life, and they don't have soul. Yeah. Maybe slowly keep adding more Krill over a season. The fear of them taking over, but turns out not to be the case. Interesting.
Just
Blade 3. Yeah. Are they dim lights on the ship and people just keep bumping into things? It's funny, cartoon man. Yeah. Visible light doesn't need to have a lot of UV emissions. And Galinda, I heard you're going to rewatch the Orville. I just read that somewhere. Yeah, I think she was released. Yeah, Jim, I think she was. They did, yeah. Yeah, they let her go. The first time she went back with the children, and then the second time she was let go. Yeah. Mike, do you have a question? I'm going to ask you. Do you have an Orville or Trek question you want to ask the audience?
Sure. I think we may have covered this previously a long time ago, but they won't remember. In the first episode of season 2, when they made this super big deal about him peeing, did anybody else find that strange?
Or can you repeat that, Mike?
Did you not hear me?
No, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Oh, in the episode 1 of the second season,
yeah,
when they made a whole deal out of him peeing, did anybody else not find that strange or too funny? It was
the Jaloja?
Yeah, it was almost as funny as him wearing a mustache and smoking. Both of those first two episodes were very funny in their own unique way.
Yeah.
Anybody else find that? Or was it just me?
So did anybody else find it really funny? You mean so? Did anybody find really funny about the whole?
Unusual story point to
Oh,
celebrate
okay.
P.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah. Did
Seems
anybody
like
find it
juvenile.
really strange about the Jaloja episode? Was it strange? Was it
Especially the ending. He's whizzing off a cliff as everybody behind him watches. Oh, okay.
And Gordon says, "What if it's a windy day? What if it's a windy day?" This is interesting, Stephen. Stephen says, I still say it will be real that Avis was a creation of a comic book artist 400 years ago." That's funny. I think people generally they found it. Maybe they did find it strange, but generally, I think people found it was
hilarious.
funny, right?
Well, yeah, those first two episodes, they seemed kind of slow to get out the gate, but they were still fun. The porn episode was hilarious. I think that was the second one with the mustache and the smoking, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, Mike,
And
I gotta say,
who has porn in that century? Really, on a flash drive? That's just. Silly.
now, Mike, would you find it interesting? And I'm asking you this question: would you find it interesting now that you've played a lot of you've done a lot of makeup work? Would you find it interesting to play a Mocklin? And would you play a Mocklin?
Sure. It'd be just like playing one of the Overlookers. Heavy makeup. Yeah, I don't see why not. It's just like any other role. It might be fun. Maybe I could be a grandfather, or I don't know how their society works. I'd be a visiting relative for either
Could you be
the husband. I can't remember anybody's names.
Yeah, could you be Bortus's uncle, maybe?
There you go. Boris, how you doing? It's your Uncle Morty. I've been slaving away on the home world for 50 cycles. And you're here relaxing with your husband and your child. And what have I got? I got nothing. I got nothing, Morty.
That was good. Seth, consider that an audition.
Well, I'd be as big as his Bortus. I'm not as tall, but I have this talent that I can watch a series.
Well, that's helpful to do rewatches. That's great to enjoy rewatches.
That's just called no short-term memory. That happens to me on a daily basis. When you get old, you forget everything.
Yeah, Big Tobacco strikes again, Phantom. That's funny. Yeah, this is a good question, Stephen. How old is how old will Topa be? And by the way, we saw Penny Johnson Gerald posting a picture with the boys, and they are freaking huge. They're huge. So Topa's going to be a lot bigger. Yeah,
they've joined the First Union Basketball Association.
Let's show a picture
of the New York Maulers. The new Mocklin Maulers.
Let's see. Let's show a picture of how big Claire's boys are. And Topa's, we don't have a picture of Topa, but Penny Johnson Gerald posted a picture recently.
With a beach or something?
No, not her avatar, but she posted with the boys, with the two with with Ty and Marcus, and with BJ. And wait a second. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna show this one sec. Yeah, these guys got big. Wow. So let's see. Let's show that real quick. Yeah, the boys are big. So Topa is going to be the actor who's playing Topa is going to just have that same, These guys are growing.
I smell recasting. I'm sorry.
Well,
the contract stipulates you got to be under 5'5". You got to go. I'm sorry. It's been nice, but you got to go.
You know why they won't recast Topa though, Mike? Because he grows fast anyway. He's only like 3 years old or 2 years old or something, isn't he?
So tall. Wow.
Yeah, these guys are big. Look at BJ. Wow. Wow, look at these guys. Ty and Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Dorn is the Mocklin leader. Wouldn't that be great? All right, guys, I'm throwing this question out there. Who do you want to see other than Mike Satterfield playing Bortus's uncle, hopefully? Who else do you want to see as a Mocklin? Who could be a guest star as a Mocklin? Would you guys? I'm throwing that question out to you guys, to the whole chat. Who could be a great cast? Who could be a great cameo as a Mocklin guest star? Yeah, isn't that the truth, Nate? More mock doc, yes, more mock doc, Alinda. Yes. Our friend, the mock doc.
Ooh, I know. I have to look up his name.
Rico.
He
Our friend
once
Rico.
beat me out for a role on ER.
Who are you talking about, Mike? Yeah, Rico Anderson.
I had to look him up, but he once replaced me on a job for ER. But I got better role the next episode, so it wasn't too bad. He was a star of Homeboys in Outer Space.
LeBron, Jim. Who else would you guys want to see? Absolutely, Rico, our friend Rico Anderson. Who else would you want to see, guys? LeBron, yeah. Or like Wilt Chamberlain playing. Bruce Campbell says Phantom. Danny John Jules says Cartoon Man. Wait a second. Oh, Richard Dean Anderson. Wow. As a Mocklin? Wow. Interesting. Wait a second. Let me just see something. Who are you looking up?
I can't seem to. I don't. I had the show pulled up, but I don't know which one it is. There's no pictures.
Oh yeah, Danny John Jules. Okay, I see who it is. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yeah, and Bruce Campbell's good. Interesting. Interesting suggestion. Who else, guys? Craig Charles says. Craig Charles says Carlo. Dave Lister from Red Dwarf. Interesting.
Ooh,
who else? DJ's getting ready for WandaVision stream. Good night, Deej. Make sure everybody subs to Deej's channel, please.
Do you know who Action Hank is?
I don't know who Action Hank
From,
is. Can you put in Deej, your channel? Put in your channel, Deej, before you leave. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
He played Vashti on Homeboys in Outer Space. He was also on Dexter's Lab as Action Hank. Let's see if I can put in a link.
Yeah, James Worthy was a
He's a
Klingon.
TV
That's
actor. He's a nice guy.
And Katie, oh, wouldn't it be cool if Nana Visitor, if she was a female Mocklin? I saw I saw what you shared, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Keith, Kevin Michael
sent it by the
Richardson.
chat.
Yeah, I see it. Kevin Michael Richardson. Oh, okay.
He's a nice guy. I got drunk at his birthday party.
Oh, yeah?
I drank too much booze. Well, they tricked me. I was already having a beer mug filled with whiskey, and somebody dropped a shot of whiskey into my mug, thinking it was beer, and turning it into a Boilermaker, and said, "Chug! Chug!" Okay, but it's already all whiskey. So I had to chug an entire mug of whiskey. Boy, I was sick.
Guys, and sub to DJ Odyssey's channel. We had a great Doctor Who stream on DJ Odyssey. Thank you, Deej, for hosting that. Deej Peach. Talking Doctor Who. That was fun. Yes, Mama Nana. Nana. Patricia Tallman. Yeah, there are very few female Mocklins, but we can get some interesting people to play. Who would you want to see?
But aren't they illegal?
Okay. Well, yeah, they're
Don't
but they yeah,
society
but
shun them and make them males, so they really can't have many female Mocklins. I mean, I know they
who
exist,
else should be a female Mocklin? And sub to Captain Trek's channel, please, guys. Captain Trek, you need to have. You should. I'm suggesting you should have. You should talk to Mike about coming on your show.
Just send me a DM to Twitter. Well, they are, but they're hidden. They're shunned, so
they're on the Sanctuary planet. Would you guys like to see? Wouldn't it be nice to see Dolly Parton as a female Mocklin? The Mocklin Science Directorate has determined that females do not exist. That's funny. Whoopi. Oh, Whoopi. That's interesting, Alicia.
No, thanks.
Mike says no.
She's lost all credibility with her crazy rants in the news. She doesn't get to come back to Star Trek.
Katie asks Mike, what is your favorite episode of Star Trek, Mike?
Which season? The TOS, Generation. I could do one of each.
Do one of each, Mike. Do one of each.
In TOS, it would be Naked Time with the doctor who kills Edith Keeler. In Next Generation, it would be Best of Both Worlds. Because I just love that soundtrack for Picard as a Borg. For Deep Space Nine, it has to be my own episode that I'm in. For Voyager, again, my episodes. For the Enterprise, there aren't any. Because damn Enterprise with its modern music! I'm just kidding. The end, when they went into time travel, that was okay. Season 4, I think, they started doing some time travel. And then after Enterprise, I don't think there's any Star Trek left. That's it. No JJ, no CBS, none of that counts. So I hope that answers your question.
Great answer.
Did you have a particular episode in mind?
No, I think she just wanted to know what you were thinking. And Brian Thompson says Wagyu. Interesting, Brian. I'm seeing Wagyu. Sorry. It would be so Orville if the next time we see the female Mocklin planet, there is a statue of Dolly Parton. That would be funny, Steven. That would be funny.
They rescued it from Dollywood. Like after the collapse of the theme parks, there was a whole
Tyrone says.
Just took it.
Tyrone says Whoopi Goldberg, Dolly in the simulator. Please subscribe to Alicia's channel. Alicia, I was checking out the link, and I was checking out the link you sent me. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, and please sub to Alicia Victoria Parker, AVP, Orville Lounge. She has done a lot of good Orville stuff. Thank you. What about Gina Carano as a female Mocklin, Mike? What do you think about that? I like that, Nate. I like that. She could totally do it. Yeah.
Should be one of the leaders on the Free Planet.
Yeah, I like that. Did you actually hang out with Robert Picardo, and what was he like off camera? Says Tyrone.
I don't. Was he? Mostly Janeway, Neelix, and Picardo for a little while because of he's the one interrupting our transmission, and or we're picking up his transmissions. I don't believe it was in that first episode, but in the second episodes later on down the line in the void, more than on that particular episode because they were really just us when we were shooting. It was our scene; we were the only ones there, and we spent 2 or 3 days just filming all that without any of the other people. I only saw the other cast when we were doing the void scenes or the Leonardo scenes. Everyone was pleasant. They're all very genuine, personal people, except for Dax that I mentioned. But it could have been an off day.
Could have been an off day. It could have been an off day. That's true.
Everybody claims that Nicolas Cage is evil, but when I worked with him on The Rock, I had no negative experiences. It was very
when you worked with who? With Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, on The Rock. You can see me behind him at the FBI office when he's looking at his White Album.
Oh, really?
15
That's
minutes
you?
into the beginning of the movie.
Mike, we gotta talk. We gotta talk about everything you've done. You're always like pop up something. There's always something new and interesting you've done that I didn't hear before. Always. So that's we gotta.
Thought I told people, but yeah, it's fine. I love talking about.
You've done so
People
much. That's the problem. You've done so much.
If there was a Dolly Parton statue, do you think Lamar would try to dance
it? That's funny. Steven. That's funny, Steven.
That reminds me of Roger, because I think Roger impersonated Dolly Parton in an episode of American Dad.
And somebody said have Gina be a fighter. Cartoon Man said Gina could be a fighter like the Rock was in Voyager. Sure, yeah. In that episode,
that was before it was really the Rock, or nobody even knew he was in it. He was just there, and now everybody knows he was in it.
Yeah, thank you, Louise. I was on Cardinal Sin's channel before. Yeah, it was a pleasure to be there.
Do you think I should do more panels? I don't really do the whole live stream thing.
Well, I do think you should, Mike.
Nobody ever comes. That's why I don't do them.
You mean what? To your channel?
Yeah, whenever I have live streams, no one ever comes. So I just do canned comment.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't remember the last time you've done a live stream. But if you gave out if you gave out invitations, I am sure people would come, Mike.
You would think. Most of me talking for 3 hours to one person.
Why don't you just
my buddy
Mike,
Kevin will always come.
Mike, just pick a topic and do a panel. I'm sure people will come.
Yeah, but then it's just me talking to the air. I mean, I can answer myself, of course, because I know the answers. I love Joan Collins in that. That's the one I was talking about. That's the where she dies because McCoy falls in love, or Kirk falls in love. Or am I confusing two episodes?
Yeah, like Carlos says it'll be great to hear your stories from all the work you've done. Absolutely. Carlo's right. Yeah. Yeah, and your channel, we're going to put up Mike's channel again. This is Mike's channel. What Mike does on his channel, though, is not really related to his acting career, which is probably something you should remedy at some point.
It's so boring. Nobody. I know it's me self-deprecating. Whenever I told people, it doesn't seem to be very interesting. And my YouTube channel is really not about me. It's my charity's channel.
It's not about you.
I don't really have a personal channel. So it's more about the entertainment for the charity rather than me.
Alicia.
I suppose I could put up personal videos on my gaming channel if I wanted.
Alicia, I would also suggest to you, after some of the people you've interviewed, I would suggest Mike being a good interview as well, if you're open to it, Alicia.
So anybody who wants to interview, just drop me a line on Twitter. Classic glue without the E.
That's a good point, Kronos. Sometimes you don't even need a topic. That's a good point. And Galinda says, we'll watch. Yeah. So that's Mike's channel. Please sub to it. And let me pick a volunteer for the next. I'm throwing out the Latchkum to everybody out there in the chat. Who accepts the Latchkum? Who's asking the next question? Who's asking the next question, guys?
Careful, that thing's got spikes.
I know it's got spikes. You know what this is, Mike? It's actually a dragon's egg from it's a dragon's egg from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were going to say from Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire.
And Carlo,
Thank
Carlo sub. Thank you for subbing, Carlo.
I do have a gaming channel as well when I just get bored. And
you do?
I'll spend 2 hours just plowing away at Fallout 4.
Love Shack.
Baby. Love Shack, baby. I met them on the Flintstones. They came to visit.
Yeah. Captain Trek says, if you had personal videos on that channel, it would be a great draw. Captain Trek is correct. Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely, Captain Trek.
I know, but they're not related to Classic Globes. Just me. I personal life separated from business life.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask a question because I'm not seeing any questions. So,
go ahead.
And how you doing, Love Shack? It's a Spanish butt plug. All right, my friend. That's funny. That's funny. Captain Trek. Oh, by the way, this is your Twitter, right? You gave me, Mike?
Yes.
This is Mike's. You can find Mike on Twitter. Actually, I'm gonna just put in the whole link, Mike, so people don't.
Oh, that's fine. There is a real Classic Glue, but it's about some dog, and he doesn't even use the account anymore. I've messaged him to ask if I could have the name, but he never gets back. I think it's a dead account.
Yeah. Now, Classic Glue is a project that you were working on. So,
for those of you who don't know, well, I support seniors and the elderly and disabled and people who are stuck at home and can't get out to socialize with real people before there was a pandemic who makes you all do it anyway. So, some people, they need to socialize. They don't want to use Facebook, and they don't want to use whatever else out there because it's so toxic. So I created Classic Glue, which is an actual website but it's locked down, so you can't really join it. Because whenever I open it, I just get thousands of Russian bots who sign up for no reason, never log in. They just clog it. So if you want to join it, let me know, and I will manually add you to the site. But it's a social therapy. And everybody,
it's a great.
especially these days, needs social therapy. You need to talk to people. You want to express yourself without fear of judgment or being censored. Nobody's censored. You can say what you want, as long as it's about the topics that we have. If we don't have a topic you want, you ask us, we add it, and boom, you've got it.
And Tyrone Beard follows you on is following you on Twitter, and he, just so you know, it's his tag is Bushmaster Billy. So he's
Billy. What a great
Tyrone
name!
down under.
Billy has a sister, and his sister is crazy. Unfortunately, Grim is also there to keep his sister in check. So I love Billy and Mandy and Grim. They're awesome.
All right, I'm going to ask a question. I am asking a question to the chat. Let's see. Are we going to? And I've asked this question before, but you know what? Let's ask it again. Are we going to see other good Kalon? Are we going to see other good Kalon that don't want to kill humans in season 3? Will we see other good Kalon? And where might they come from? Good night, Cartoon Man. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Nice to see you here.
But wasn't Isaac the only one?
Well, supposedly Isaac is the only one who doesn't want to kill humans. I have a lot of theories about this.
The only one who's left the homeworld.
Now,
if no others have left the homeworld, then no one would have the same experiences he would to make that cross from good to evil, or evil to good.
All right, so take care, Cartoon Man. Thank you for joining us. Now, let's see. Let's take Nate has a question, but I'm going to go back to Nate's question. First, I want to ask: will we see Kalon by other, not biologicals? Will we see other Kalon that don't want to kill people? Jim Henry says no. Kill all humans. Oh, that's Bender. That's funny. And Steven has a question.
Affected by the knowledge that he brought, possibly.
So we're going to take.
Information has a way of being interpreted. So anybody who gets exposed to the direct raw recordings from Isaac might come to the same understandings that he did. So it's quite possible.
I suspect yes, says Alicia, and maybe a female one. Okay, interesting. So that's like, because that's interesting that maybe there is maybe they have tendency, a female tendency or a male tendency like Isaac. Except Isaac. Interesting, Love Shack. There have to be a splinter group from time. Yeah. So yeah, Louise, this is a good point. There have to be a splinter group. And for example, what if we were talking about this one time before, not too long ago? What if the Kalon were already spacefaring? And I think they probably were when they created the Kalon biologicals. Were they already spacefaring? Did they take some of the Kalon robots with them? And are there colonies out there with Kalon biologicals that still go along with our robots? What do you think, Mike?
Well, I guess they could be isolated and been carrying on their ways, much like the remainder of those Cylons that were hidden away and not joined the collective in that new Battlestar series. Anything is possible, especially when you don't outright say it in the beginning. You don't put yourself into a corner, and they really haven't. So I think anything is possible.
Wow, this
It
is an
just
interesting
takes the person to do
theory.
it.
Mike, look at this one that Tyrone says. Isaac might be able to write some code that brings out certain inclined Kalon, come out like the Borg and Unimatrix Zero. Isn't that interesting? That is
Maybe they
interesting.
have to inject it into the central computer, like they did in that episode during the battle, I guess, when he gave them his report.
Time Prophet says there isn't good at every species. Nate says no. I don't see who think good Kalon. Phantom says I don't think they'll be good, but there'll probably be a group that they'll find that we're determined to be obsolete or inferior to Kalon. Yeah, maybe there's like older models. Is that what you say, Phantom? That's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. The determined to be obsolete. That's interesting. Wagyu says, I think only if Isaac starts reprogramming them. That's interesting. Or makes production facility to be to have a child, like lol. Interesting, Wagyu. Let's take Nate's question real quick. Nate said, and then we're going to take Steven's question. Nate said, would you prefer to live, if you had a choice of living in a city under the water or on the moon, which would you choose? What would you choose, Mike?
What was the question? Sorry, I was reading.
If you could choose to live in a city under the water or on the moon, what would you choose? And Jim says under the water on the moon.
I would probably live at Atlantis. Because at least you're still on the ground in a planet. On the moon, well, either way, you're going to lose oxygen. But at least water is oxygen. Where in the moon, you're kind of stuck. There's no way to get oxygen from nothing. At least on the water, somehow you could squeeze oxygen out of the water and still survive during a catastrophe. So, there you go. Underwater,
wow.
See it is.
Okay. This is an interesting, by the way, this is an interesting thing from Time Prophet. What if some of the Kalon have humans inside them and they're in disguise? Whoa, that's an incredible idea. What if some humans are hiding inside a Kalon shell robot? Wow, that's interesting, Time Prophet. Wow, I like that.
Like Isaac, the actor. He's in a Kalon suit. That could work.
It is a secret Orville think tank. We all work for Seth and Tom. For Seth MacFarlane and Tom Costantino. It is Love Shack. Oh, awesome. I think we would love to be on your channel. Well, I'm inviting myself. Mike would like to be on your channel. You'd enjoy it. Yeah, biological Kalon maybe living in secret. Oh, you guys have great ideas today. Wow. Go, bon appetit, Jim. Go get some food. Yeah. We're going to wrap up soon. Yeah. And I want to take Steven's question from before. I would, Nate, I would choose on the moon myself.
Well, if it was Mars, what, because it's so close, or just it's another planet, or another celestial body?
Hold on, is this the same question as before, Stephen? One check. Oh, it is the same question as before. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Stephen. I was about to scroll back to it. So Stephen says, if the Union developed a deadly virus that was able to destroy the Kalon, would Isaac be willing to deliver it? Knowingly or unknowingly? Interesting. Interesting. So if the Union came up with a virus to scatterbrain the the Kalon, would Isaac deliver it? And would he do
I
it?
don't think Kalon would trust him.
Yeah, but it'd be like all he would have to do would be like connect to their collective consciousness or something, and maybe What do you guys think? Would the oh, this is actually a really this brings up a really ethical scenario. Do you guys think would the Union use Isaac even with him not knowing it, maybe in delivering a virus? Of course, they're more advanced, so Isaac would probably find out. But under the water on the moon, says Galinda. Moon, Tyrone. Under the water, says Time Prophet. Wow. This is a good Kalon question, Stephen.
Are there actual proven cities on the moon at this time? They've been functioning for a few years. Moon, but you have to get there. The ocean is right there. But the moon, you got to be good with space travel, good with G-forces, and have no fear of heights, and be not claustrophobic. There are a lot of things that go into traveling into space, which you'll have to take into consideration.
Interesting Phantom, by the way. Yeah, Mike, absolutely. Whalers on the moon.
I remember that.
Society of the Verge of Extinction.
Let me sing a jaunty tune.
Farm asteroids, says Galinda. Melt the moon for the water.
All right, I must use the refresher from.
Go ahead, Mike.
Right back.
All right, and we're
fans will know what a refresher is.
Come back. So maybe those on a mining facility, they serve as the Kalon hierarchy, but Isaac can convince them that they can have their own destiny. Interesting, Phantom. Ask the suspect Kalon to draw his guns out of his head. No human can fake that. That's a good point. But the moon does not have fish or food or water to sustain life. Yeah, it's the same conundrum with Hugh and the board. Exactly, Wagyu. Yeah. Good point. The replicators and yep, it's when they come like the replicators, Tyrone. Yeah. By the way, guys, we have a great dark matter show tomorrow with Stargate executive producer and dark matter creator Joe Malazzi. If you guys are looking for quality sci-fi tomorrow, guys, Dark Matter tomorrow. Check out Dark Matter tomorrow. Dark Matter Mondays, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, 10 p.m. British time, 11 CST, and it's morning, like, what is it, 11 in the morning, Australia? Sydney, not Australia. And guys, Bird has a great Futurama on Sundays, a great Futurama stream, which I missed today. Sorry, Bird. Bird, can you put in your channel in case there's some people here who are not subbed to you, please? Can you put in your channel, Bird? And everybody else, please put in your channels as well. We have to terraform first. Don't you all play video games? Yes, Dark Matter Mondays, Galinda. Thank you. And Galinda joins us on Mondays. Thank you, Galinda. As much as I love science fiction, ocean is so big and so much. So I would definitely have to explore the ocean. Yeah, exploring the oceans is cool. Yeah, neat. I miss Chronos missed as well. I always watch Dark Matter episode before the show. Time Prophet joins us too. Thank you, my friend. 10:30 in England. That's right. 10:30 in England. Thank you. Burn Prey might eat out of that spam Mama Pray firm with your reviews for Futurama tune to find out. Yes, Carlo. Hail Karoga. This is Bird's channel. Please subscribe to Bird of Prey's channel. Bird of Prey has a wonderful channel, and obviously there he is. He looks exactly like Christopher Plummer in a Klingon outfit. That's what Bird looks like. That's Bird himself right there. Eye patch and all. He wears his Klingon uniform to bed. Bird, do you have Klingon PJs? Does Bird have Klingon PJs? Professor Brainy Specs show. Please check it out as well, guys. Steven Klein's battery's dying. Bye, Steven. Good night. Cry Havoc. All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up. I'm just going to wait for Mike to get back. And guys, the I Love Dark episode. Yeah. Tyrone, I'm going to DM you right now, right after I finish. I'm going to DM you right now, Tyrone. I need to tell you something. Actually, I'm doing it right now, so I don't forget. I'm waiting as I wait for Mike to get back. Second. All righty. And I just DM'd you, Tyrone. All right. We are going to wrap up. I want to say, everybody, thank you to everybody who's been joining us for a great Latchkum. Yes, rest in peace, Christopher Plummer. Good night, Katie. Good night. Thank you for joining us, Katie. Captain Trek, everybody sub to Captain Trek. And good night, Louise. This is Louise's channel. I'm sorry, channel. This is her Twitter. Please follow Louise on her Twitter, our friend Louise Sparrow. Thank you, Louise. And Professor was here. Yes, Jeff was here. And I love this Dark Matter. If you thought for me, yes. Tyrone, I just DM'd you. I know your Twitter, Tyrone. I know your Twitter. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining us. I am going to wait for Mike to get back to say goodnight to him. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined us. Thank you for a nice Latchkum. It was a nice surprise we had Mike with us. I hope everybody subs to Mike. And yeah, thanks for joining us, Nate. And Nate is fun to hang out with too. And hopefully we're going to get Nate on more panels. And I want to see Nate Knows reviews when he does reviews. So he has got, put in your channel again, Nate, if you want to, if you feel like you want to put it in again. Good night, everybody. Good night, Galinda. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night, Kronos. Good night, Captain Trek, Wagyu, DD Myers, Carlo. Thank you for joining us, Carlo. Captain Trek, Bird of Prey. Everybody who has joined us. Steven, thank you for joining us. Love Shack, Phantom, Professor Brainy Specs. Everybody who has joined us, guys, thank you for joining us. And everybody have a nice, safe Sunday evening or wherever you are, Monday morning or wherever you guys are. Have a nice Jim, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Jim Henry. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Cartoon Man. Everybody who has been in here and who's watching us on the replays as well. Thank you, guys. I'm just going to wait for our friend here to get back. And I'm going to put in his channel one more time. Don't forget to sub to Mike Satterfield, Star Trek actor. And again, Mike has done so much stuff. He lost his when he stopped paying for his IMDb, he lost his IMDb that was set up properly. So unfortunately, he's got to get it up again because unfortunately his information is not up there. Let's see. This is Mike's channel. Mike does not have his acting stuff on the channel. He does these other videos, but check it out. It's interesting. So please go and sub to Mike. Mike, come back. I want to say good night to you. Good night. Mike is doing number 2. I bet he got a phone call or something. He could have a Wikipedia page, yeah. Be like Mike. Thank you, Captain. Thank you for joining us, Captain. And
All right.
there
I
you
have
are.
Returned. It was a long walk.
Mike, I just realized it's 3 a.m. here, and I have to wrap up. So I just wanted to thank you for hanging out with us. And
Well, thank you. I'm glad it went so well. It's 6 o'clock here.
Exactly. It's 6 o'clock, 9-hour difference. That's right. Okay, my friend. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I want to say again, thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys all have a great night, and be safe. Sub to Mike Satterfield and join him on CG Reviews, on Classic Glue Reviews.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much. It's been a pleasure. I will take your advice and create a playlist and call it the Actor Acts or A Road Less Traveled or something. And we'll have personal stories on the channel.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Good night, guys.